Good morning. It is 6:56 a.m. on Friday, February 5th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I've been screwing around on the internet a little bit already since I got up. Uh, it's snowing outside, and I like the snow. Snow's not a big deal, but heavy snow right during the morning commute, that's not got me feeling very good. um, it will be fine. But yeah, at the same time, there's a little bit of a procrastination air to my morning rituals today. Of like, gosh, maybe if I just read a few more web pages, I won't have to go to work at all. I went to see The Revenant last night. It was certainly one of the ones on the Oscar marathon list, and in fact, it's the one with the most nominations at 12. So just seeing that one bumped me up on my Oscar marathon spreadsheet percentages over 10% just from that one movie. But you guys probably care less about the percentage and whether or not the movie is a good movie. Yes, it's a good movie. Um, the, it has some things that bothered me more afterwards than during. So just because on the one hand, the tone that it's going for seems like it's supposed to be very gritty and visceral and violent and but there's some things in there that I found dubiously plausible, or the plausibility was dubious. Um, it's not a big deal. Um, if there's some things in the plot that I would nitpick. I also think that it's maybe longer than it really needs to be. But those nitpicks aside, it's very good. It's extremely well made. Great performances, visuals are incredible, and despite being long, it is not boring. Even the sequences that, like, there's a handful I can think of that you could probably have cut those and nobody would have missed them. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that they were boring to watch or bad or in any way. So it's very good, but it's also kind of grueling. Like, you have to have a tolerance for, movie violence and just watching people go through some really hard stuff because Leonardo DiCaprio's character is not having a good time in this movie. Um, yeah, that puts it mildly. I'll leave it there. So, it's interesting that this is the second movie from Alejandro Iñárritu. I believe that's the correct pronunciation. Just because, actually, I don't know for sure that he didn't do movies before, but Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, was the Best Picture winner last year, directed by this same guy. So 2 for 2 now he has Best Picture nominations, or 2 in a row at least. I ought to look up to see if he's done more movies before that. Certainly I hadn't heard of him before Birdman. But this movie is very different in some ways and similar in some others. There's some directorial flourishes. I wouldn't necessarily have guessed that it was the same director, but looking for it, you can see some similarities. He certainly has an affinity for long tracking shots, for example. But story about the mental breakdown of an actor in New York in the whole Broadway scene, versus a Western where there's bears and Indians and lots of people getting arrows through the neck and limbs shot off and stuff. Different kinds of movie. Anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes. How about that?